Hello my beautiful Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your mid-month check-in. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. This is a major quickie as a check-in for the mid-month energy. Let's get straight to it, my beautiful Pisces. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know for their highest good? We have the Lovers card to start. Thank you so much, Spirit Guide. Ooh, straight away. When I was doing a pre-shuffle, also we had the Death card come up. So there's some big endings or some sort of decisions to be made. You're moving on from something, definitely some sort of choice there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know? And we have the Sun. I love it. Very strong energy. And a very heavy Leo indication here as well. They're giving me. Now, the protagonist energy, we have the Lovers to start. So in the traditional tarot, this card used to be called the Choice. So you may have some sort of decision to make here regarding love or a partnership, because when we get this card, this does deal with a soulmate energy. It's a Gemini energy, so it is a two-way frequency or energy here that is being negotiated. Interesting. They're giving me something here. Now, this is quite a specific image they're giving me. Now, this may be for you. Well, take this as you will. They're giving me someone putting hot milk on a cereal. I mean, it's very precise there, but it's like putting hot milk on a cereal and taking the bowl and really smelling it and loving that sort of warm kind of earthy sweet smell. It's quite a specific thing. I mean, if that's you, you like hot milk on your cereal. I mean, it's not porridge. I'm not getting I'm getting something like putting it on flakes or something, you know, something different. If that's you, then there's something in this message for you. So they're really indicating here for me. Now, with this choice, as I said, I'm going to have to go deeper to find out what we're dealing with here. But this is about some sort of partnership, deciding whether you want to be going solo or whether you want to partner up. Now, this is the choice that is propelling you forward. You're ready to speak your truth and you're ready to open your throat chakra, because this is protagonist energy. This is the energy that is propelling you forward. Now, this could be an energy that you're moving forward to look for love, to call in your counterpart. Okay, and that you're ready. It's about following your bliss, following your heart, and you're knowing that your guides are with you. This is an indication they're giving me that your guides are with you. They're really highlighting these wings here. And it's interesting. They're indicating these wings around the ear area. So you may have had a fluttering in your ear, or you may have had some sort of high-pitched sound in your ear, which is your guides letting you know that they're very close and they're guiding you. But they're giving me a flutter or a high-pitched sound. There's something to do with your guides are whispering in your ear. They're quite close. They're guiding you towards your divine happiness. So you may have to make some sort of choice in love. And that choice, they're giving me here, this choice that you have is to have courage and move forward, knowing your worth, standing your ground, but also recognizing that this is the one. That's what they're giving me with this particular card. Now we have the Strength card, and it's in the antagonist position. So there's an element of having to have confidence here, to have courage. Now this is the resistance position. So you may be a little bit nervous moving forward, Pisces, because your wonderful heart is at play here. A lot of depth of feeling. You're trusting in your intuition, but you're wondering if you have the courage to move forward. Again, this is Leo energy. They want you to know your worth and know that you are deserving of this incredible love that is on offer for you, or that you have to make a choice about. Someone may have asked you well, interesting. They're giving me, someone may have asked you either out or indicated that they like you in some way. And you recognize that this is more important, a connection, than you first thought. And you may be shying away from it because there is a decision to make. And this decision here is, you don't want to be hurt because you've been hurt before in the past and it made you feel like you were not enough. So you're wondering if you've got the strength to move forward in this connection, because it feels like it's soon. So perhaps it's soon after a breakup or something. It feels like something is really soon and you're having to make a choice quite quickly to move forward and have courage with it. Now, Spirit wants you to remember that lead with your heart. Your heart will never lead you astray, okay? Even though you may have felt that in the past your heart did lead you astray in a relationship, they're saying no. You ignored some red flags. You didn't trust in your intuition. But when you got this card, they're reminding you that you have the strength and the courage and the intuition to know your worth and know when things are going right and when they're not, okay? They want you to trust yourself here in what's going on in your head. But ultimately, they want you to lead with your heart because there is a knowingness here about this person. You may not have even gone out on a date with this person. It feels like you may have even just met them and you're like, am I crazy? I'm getting the vibes that this is like soulmate. This is twin flame. Am I, what's going on here? So you may be questioning yourself here and having some sort of doubts, but they don't want you to doubt. This is the energy to overcome. And as you can see, the wonderful unifying energy is the sun. This is a successful outcome across the board. This is a joyous time. This will be a time to celebrate not only emotional contentment, but if you're thinking about, because I have to go deeper, it's a partnership card. If you're thinking about partnering up with somebody in business and having the courage to start, they're also indicating that this will lead to a lot of happiness, a lot of financial success and contentment, both on the financial, but also that material plane, but also on the spiritual and emotional plane. It's something that there is a seed that has already been planted here, and it is after a time of having some sort of disappointment or some sort of loss, because there is a sadness that is attached to this card. Even though it's the sun card, I'm feeling an energy of sadness. And it is you rising above that sadness to your prosperity path, to overall happiness. The outcome for you is very successful and happy. I mean, I got so much happiness, freedom, and it's like a lightness that comes from this card, okay? But it seems to come from some sort of partnership. Now, whether that's partnership in love or business, you're being called to have courage, to believe in yourself that you're deserving, and now is the time to reach up for your happiness. This is the overall outcome energy, the sun card. Very, very abundant time. It's about calling in that success, that abundance towards you, and knowing that you're deserving. Another Leo energy card. Now we're going to go and look at the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? Woo! This knocked this card off its perch. Queen of Water, finally. Oh, this is beautiful energy. We're going to go 2 more times. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know for their highest good? We have the 4 of Air. Thank you so much, truly grateful. What else do my beautiful Pisces need to know regarding the situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? The super hot energy. I'm feeling really, really, really hot. Okay, so this connection with somebody, I can feel the nervous energy, but also I can feel, it's almost like I can feel the heat of the sun, how you won't even believe the amount of success and happiness and wonderful energy that is coming your way. There it is. No wonder I'm sweating. Okay, Fortune's Wheel, destiny, meeting synchronicity. This is incredible. There's a lot of success here, okay? Beautiful energy. I'm loving it. Now we have the Queen of Water here. Beautiful energy. This is about compassion, okay? Emotional security, giving as much as you're receiving, generosity of spirit, but also self-love and self-care. You're a healer. This is wonderful energy here with this Queen of Water. And as you, this is Cancerian energy with this Queen of Water. This is about depth of emotion, depth of feeling. It's like you're in tune, psychically in tune with somebody. Now, when we've got water, it corresponds with that Queen of Cups energy. So it's about an emotional connection that is very deep to somebody. So it may be someone with a Cancerian placement or a Gemini placement. But it's like you read each other's minds, and you may have only just met each other because you recognize this is divine order. Now is the time. Someone has come on into your sphere, or they're about to, because this is current energies, where it's very nurturing. It feels like both of you together are healing. It's almost like both of you are so supportive. You hold each other's hands without even holding each other's hands. It's a beautiful energy that it's cleansing, which is, it's like a purifying energy. It feels like a bit of a breath of fresh air. It appeals to your emotional, sensitive side, but there's also a mystery that goes with this person. It's a peace that comes over both of you, and it's like mysterious peace, but it's almost, as I said, I keep getting this flutter in my ears, like someone is experiencing their guides so close, saying, you know, whispering, yes, this is the one. It's like this energy. Now, again, at the moment, I'm picking up an energy of this is about love, but we'll have to go deeper again with the Light Seers Tarot to gain a deeper energy, because with the Fortune's Wheel card, I felt a double energy, which was success, you know, a turning point in love, but also there's some sort of lucky opportunity that is coming your way. So we'll address that in a moment. But ultimately, it feels like, Pisces, you've met your match when it comes to love, in terms of a balanced, harmonious connection, which makes a change, right? Because Pisces, you're so giving, your wonderful heart is so pure that you're often, you know, you overgive to somebody, and it puts relationships sometimes out of balance, that you have to be the overgiver, and people just take the energy and they don't reciprocate, okay? They're giving me this sentence, which is, people can only meet you as deeply as they have met themselves. Okay, so sometimes you come across people in life who have not done the spiritual work, and they're operating from a place of surface. Okay, whereas you are very in tune with the depths of emotions, Pisces, and you've met yourself quite deeply. You've not been afraid to explore who you are on the emotional plane, and nor is this person that you're meeting here, this counterpart, because it feels very much like, if you're connecting in love, I mean, it's a perfect match. If you're connecting in business, equally so. It's almost like you're so in tune, you finish each other's sentences. I know that sounds corny, but it's about the energy. It's like, wow, where have you been all of my life? This kind of energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Now, we also have the Four of Air. When we've got this Four of Air, it's like a double healing energy, okay? You may not have felt like you were enough. Someone may have damaged your or wounded your ego in a past relationship. They may have been low vibe and been like an energy vampire. They took your wonderful giving nature and they abused it. They're giving me a feeling of this person in the past may have self-sabotaged, and you had to overcompensate in some way. You had to be strong for the both of you, and you may have even had to end the relationship yourself and almost like counsel yourself in the whole thing, because the other person may have just abandoned the connection. So there was a lot of stress, but a lot of strength that was called of you from spirit. They required you to be very strong in this connection, and you're rising to the challenge there. So there's a lot of healing after someone may have damaged your heart, made you feel like you were not enough, abused their power, and sabotaged the connection. They did it out of fear. they ran away from the connection, but they may have projected this fear and this feeling of low self-worth onto you, and you absorbed it. So you're healing from that now with that Four of Air. Okay, Four of Air is just like the Four of Swords there, and it is a retreating time. You know, you took some time out, solitude, a recovery period. But this is also an advice card they're giving me. You may be doing a lot of things here that requires a lot of energy, and they're just asking you, you know, it's time to allow your mind to have some peace after a time of anxiety. So remember to just take some time out and quiet your mind there. Think about the direction you're going in and allow that clarity to come to you in things like meditation or you know, taking just a bit of time out for solitude, maybe 10 minutes a day of silence, because you gain a greater kind of clarity that comes to you. You have a sharper mind. You're operating with that sharper mind. Now that is, it's interesting because there's a lot of healing that's gone on here in order to step forward towards your happiness. And I mean, you have two of the most successful cards in the deck, two major arcanas, in order to move forward. The unifying energy is the overall outcome. Okay, so Fortune's Wheel, it's a turning point in terms of your luck, both in business and in love. This is, as I said, luck is on your side. Good fortune is on its way to you. Lady Luck is smiling upon you. But also you're going to start to notice some coincidences. Now, I don't believe in coincidences. Everything is sent to us for a reason. I like to call them synchronicities. So you may be seeing a lot of synchronicities, especially the more introspective you become, you start to see lucky breaks happening, and you start to recognize patterns, moments when things turn out perfectly when you expected them to go a different way. Things that you think, that is like near impossible to, how did that happen? But actually it was meant to be. The gamble, whatever gamble it is, it pays off. So if you're thinking about partnering up with somebody in business and you're a little bit nervous about it, it pays off. It leads to a higher ascension of happiness, but also a lot of success in good fortune. And if you're thinking about also, because this is a major quickie, I'm doing surface energy, if you're partnering up with somebody that you've just kind of met and you're like, wow, we're just so in sync, we're in tune. They want you to heal any past, let go of it, trust your intuition, but we have success here and we have ultimate happiness, a joyous outcome. They really want to cast your attention to this heart. Okay, and also it's number 10 card. They're asking me to reduce it. Now, when you reduce 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, of course, which is the magician energy. This is what you've been calling in. This is law of attraction. Whatever you've been focusing on, you've been turning your visions into reality, and they're now manifesting on the physical plane in the most fortunate way possible. Time for your lucky star to rise. Okay, and also stars are about healing. Now they've asked me to look at this card a little bit deeper, so I will. It's so interesting. It's a very they're trying to indicate a timeline to me, and the sentence they're giving me is, doesn't the moon look small? So they're indicating a moment when you look up at the sky and the moon is normally a certain size or whatever according to the demographic of where you are. And sometimes it appears bigger than it usually is. But on this particular occasion, there is some sort of conversation about the moon looking really small in comparison to what it normally does. Now, this is a very precise message. So if you're looking up at the sky and you're like, it does look smaller than usual, then there's something in this message for you. Or if that's something that you've commented on in the last couple of days or hours, then there's something in this message for you. But there's a lot of success when it comes to love, because they're highlighting whatever you do with your heart, with your soul, Pisces, it's going to be very successful and it will lead to a very abundant, joyous outcome. Now, we're just going to get a couple of cards from the Light Seers Tarot to see if we can get any further indication of what they're talking about here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know? Well, we got cause for celebration, and this is my halfway to marriage card. So they're definitely indicating some sort of higher level commitment in love here. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guys. We're going to go deeper in those cards in a moment. Oh, I love this. 5 of Wands in the reverse. Success is yours. I mean, this is the most successful reading I've had in a long time, Pisces. Look at that. We have Wheel of Fortune crossed by Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So they're indicating there's some sort of lesson that needs to be learnt here. You have to get out of your own way. Okay, they've asked me to pull a card on this to clarify, but not with the Light Seers. We're going to go with the Clarity deck, the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Could you please clarify this Wheel of Fortune crossed by Wheel of Fortune in reverse? What are you trying to tell me? What is the lesson? Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces for the greater good? What are they meant to... Look at that card just sticking right up there. Soon. Okay. It will appear soon. There's news coming soon. So there's something here where they're indicating, oh, okay, they said leave it for now. I will come back to that in a moment, my beautiful Pisces. They're directing me back to the 4 of Wands, so I have to go where their attention is going for me. So 4 of Wands is a celebratory card, okay? This is, it's I have to tell it how it is. There's twofold energy here. Okay, one is this 4 of Wands is a homecoming card, okay? So reunions. Now this could be with family, it could be with friends, it could be with friends that you haven't seen for such a long time and you just reconnect. And maybe you partner up in love or you partner up in business. They're indicating more in love, especially with this card. It's a celebratory time though, but you may be partnering up for a successful business together. But because this is my halfway to marriage card, they're really highlighting that marriage is on the cards here. A higher level commitment is on the cards. But it stems from you coming together, some sort of gathering. Now, when I say reunion, they just want to clarify here that that does not mean an ex-lover. It does not have to mean that. Okay? So when you're having reunion, it could be with people you haven't seen for quite a while. Family, friends, etc., etc. But there is some sort of romantic link that happens around this reunion. So that could be with someone from the past. You're reconnecting with them and lighting that flame. But it could be that you come back into connection with friends after a period of separation. And there is someone there where it leads to some sort of higher level commitment. Okay? I'm going to pull a card on it. 4 of Wands. Oh my gosh, you cannot write this seriously, because they said pull a card in it. So I thought I will pull a card in it. We've got the 4 of Wands crossed by the 4 of Wands. Pisces, this person, you are so happy to see this person. This is again the halfway to marriage card, okay? As you can see, celebratory time. You can see those two figures, they're in union. Okay, they're building, it's a number 4, so they're building a solid foundation, and you have the victory wreath here. So it's a very, very successful union that is about your happiness. Everybody's coming together to celebrate you and this person, your soulmate. This is your counterpart. I mean, you cannot write this, as I said. I love it when Spirit, they give a very clear message about how they want to talk to you. Now we have the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands in the reverse position is a wonderful card. It's about harmony. It's about success. Any problems that you had in terms of feeling low self-worth or confidence, you're overcoming them. You've taken some time out to heal your wonderful self. And actually this person, connecting with this person on a romantic level, it's so healing. Both of you are in such high vibe that you're overcoming obstacles. Okay, if there was any problems between your obstacles, they're all resolved, and it's a successful union. So it's a beautiful energy, and I understand now exactly why they wanted me to discuss it this way, because the Wheel of Fortune, when we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you may have felt you were a bit stuck in a rut, Perhaps you were in a period of separation from this person because there is a reunion card on the board there. But this is, you know, you were wondering if you should take a risk on it. And maybe before you didn't want to take a risk on it. But there's some sort of unfinished business. Things are out of your control. They want you to have patience. Okay? It will happen quite quickly, but you may have felt stuck, like it's not happening. Why is it not happening? And it's about divine order. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune, when it's in this position, you may feel like things are just out of your control. So luck is on your side, but it's not in your control. They just want you to be mindful. That's why we got it crossing itself. Okay, so interesting that we got two cards crossing themselves. But the message with this one is, don't try and rush it. When it happens, it will happen fast enough. You won't want it to go any faster. But for the time being, use this time to rest and recover and be ready for this success. Because when it happens, you got the 8 of Wands. It's quite quick. Okay, this is some sort of news coming on in, a passionate exchange of messages with this person. I mean, you're going to be very, very excited by what's going on here. So we're just going to leave it at that, my beautiful Pisces, because this was a major quickie. I mean, right now, to be honest, I'd love to be a Pisces because it looks like you're going to have a very successful, exciting, romantic union there. Thank you so much. And overall, there's a lot of success here. Now, interesting. This is the energy to overcome, okay, because it's about your self-worth, etc., overgiving. And it says here, you got the boundaries. And this is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. So it says, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So they're indicating the obstacle that you need to overcome is believing in yourself, knowing your self-worth, and showing people that you can give only so much of your beautiful energy. But there's so many people out there that want to take. Can you see all those hands? They're taking of your energy, which sometimes leaves you lacking. And you cannot give a full cup of love if you don't have a full cup yourself. Okay? It is not a selfish act to take some time out for your wonderful self and energize, because you're very giving of your energy. I would even say I'm picking up empath energy. Okay, so you absorb a lot of people's negative energy, and because you're very healing, so you almost transmute it, and you make them feel better about themselves, and they go off on their way. But you're taking on lower vibrations, and you're not allowing for yourself to recoup, because you're giving to everybody, and you're forgetting yourself. Okay, we're going to read in the book what that means, but they just really want you to be mindful of all those hands taking all that wonderful energy from you. Okay, so it's wonderful to be so giving, but remember to receive. Okay, and also you can see all those chakras opening, that sort of healing energy that is also being transmuted. You're very, very healing. You're definitely an empath, I'm picking up on. Now we're also going to give you a Wisdom of the Oracle advice card before we go. Oh, they want to. Greedy. A little bit sneaky there. We have To the Sea, but it's in reverse. So you get the protection message. And To Be Fair. Okay, Pisces. So very balanced energy. To be fair. Number 38. Now, To Be Fair it feels very Libran energy because they've got the scales there. She's balancing something out with wisdom. So you may have taken some time out away from somebody in order to gain a different perspective, but become back in balance, because there's an owl on the top of this person's head. So there's a lot of wisdom here. Also, they're asking me to reduce number 38, which reduces to 11. So that's about a soul path number, okay? So this was meant to be put back in balance, wisdom gained, before you can come back and be fair to each other. Weighing up a situation. Also, she's weighing up a fortune cookie. So we do have fortune on the table here. And I don't know what that is, but it might be an egg. So maybe about hatching something new. Now we're going to read from the book because I don't want to tell you anything that's wrong. So we have boundaries. And it says here, you're being called to create clear boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really means no means you leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. At first, it may only be a little bit and not feel like a big deal, but before you know it, your energy field becomes porous and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, or taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand, and you are able to give freely. If you're not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you're saying yes when you really mean no, you're likely needing some time to yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need of approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly, your gut. Your belly is your second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feelings. Tune into this space when deciding what is okay for you, how does it feel, and what you're trying to communicate with you. And what is trying to communicate with you. Again, this fluttering in the ear. Okay, and we're going to read the Wisdom of the Oracle. So we have To the Sea, it's in reverse, number 7. Number 7 is, okay, I understand. Number seven is normally the Chariot card, okay, in the major arcanas, and it's in the reverse. So remember about divine timing. Don't try and rush anything. So if you're feeling a little bit stuck, they're reminding you there. Concentrate on yourself during these moments if you cannot move forward. But as soon as it does move forward, boy, it's going to be fast, okay? And it looks like you're fast-tracking to a high level commitment or some sort of partnership in love, perhaps as well in business, but they're indicating more in love with this energy because I'm doing a quickie. To the Sea, in reverse. When the external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there's no hidden message for you to decipher. Like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. There is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to flow, even when the tide is going out. Relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be well within your reach. An ancient mariner's saying applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair their nets. So basically they're saying, get ready, because get ready for the ride of your life, Pisces, because it's about to kick off. But right now, it's like that calm before the storm. But I don't see a storm here. What I see is a calm before that electricity that comes between two people. Ooh, it feels very exciting. I'm getting goosebumps. And now we have To Be Fair, number 38. 38. Balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. And it says, can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is the time for listening as well as speaking, for being understood as well as being understanding. There is much to be learned, and you will learn if you remain open and objective, weighing up options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. Now is the time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail, and you will be treated accordingly. In all your affairs, you will be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is the gift you and your partners and colleagues have. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you're being compensated for your work. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiations. So remember that all things must be fairly recompensed. Keep this as your truth, and so it shall be. Wow, powerful energy there. Beautiful, beautiful energy, Pisces. I'm just going to get a trinket before we go. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know? Oh, wow. No wonder I'm getting fluttering and high vibe pitch in my ear, because you got double guides. You got double angels here, okay? You've got angel spirit guide, angel. You're being divinely guided, protected, and directed in the direction of success and your dreams. This is your moment, okay? So you're definitely not alone there. I can feel it. But also, you've got the fairy godmother angel, okay? So your wishes are coming true. Your wish is their command. So very, very fortunate time. I hope you can see those. Holding it up to the camera, but sometimes it blurs. Okay, so you got the fairy godmother one, and you also got the angel. Very beautiful angel there. So you're being protected. You may be, as I said, I keep getting flutterings. Where would you like these? They actually, wow, they want them both on the lovers. Either side, next to the ears. Very, very important. So really listen out if you've been getting flutterings in your ears or high-pitched sounds there. Your guides are close and they're divinely guiding you in the direction towards this partnership for your joyous outcome. Sorry, they're just giving me an image as well. I just want to check into it. One moment, please. I can't quite make it out. I'm trying to... Okay, I can only give you what they're giving me, which is it's like a glass jar, but it's got some sort of dust in it. But it's meant to be their dust, not that you haven't cleaned dust. It's like sawdust, or, I mean, it looks too big to be sand in a jar, but it seems like it's kind of sawdust in a jar. It might even be like, it could be like potpourri, I guess. But it's kind of like sandy color, and it's a pride of place. Apparently, occasionally there's this wonderful smell that comes from it. That's why I'm wondering maybe it's potpourri. But it's quite sandy in color, okay? Occasionally you get a smell from this that is so perfumey, and you're like, where's that smell coming from? That's incredible. It's around that area. Now, it's not coming from the jar, but it's around that area, and they're indicating that your guides, they're sending you messages by giving you this wonderful perfume in and around that area of that jar. Even when you've picked up this jar to have a smell in this jar, what's that lovely smell? Is it a jar? And it's not that, but it's in and around that jar, because that's where your guides are indicating they are at this moment. Now, I'm going to have to look on the camera to see if you just saw that, but just now there was a shadow that just passed. It was in this area here. So it was an indication for me that it's almost like this, your spirit guides pass this jar to let you know that they're there. Okay? A very precise message. So if that's you, then there's something in this message for you. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, we will leave that there. I hope something resonated in this message for you. If it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message, and it lets me know that you resonated with the reading, which is very important for me. I had a few issues with the bell. It was graded out for a little while, but that was technical issues that I've now resolved. So you can now press that bell. As I said, it costs nothing. It's just to let you know when I update my next message, and let me know that something here resonates for you. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisces. Love and light.